God is good, man. This is gonna be a testimony, I guess. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and keep this a little simple, but I will go into detail where I need to. Now, I I am a man. So if I'm not working, then I get depressed, right? I feel like that's very normal. If you're not taking care of yourself as a man, then are you really a man? Like, what are you doing? Like, what woman's gonna want a man that can't take care of himself? How are you going to take care of yourself if you don't have a job, right? It's the mindset. So, I ended up losing my job in January. I was there for an entire year, and it was my fault. I had earphones in, listening to music, and supervisor caught me. Boom, out the door. Can't get workman's comp because, that was my fault. I should have been listening to music. Completely 100% understand that, right? So, I don't have a job from January up until like in February. I ended up getting two different jobs, right? And I got this one retail job that was great. It was amazing. It was super chill. We had like 30-minute breaks in between every little chore that we had to do. And I got to clean the girls' bathroom, which, ladies, I want a public announcement to all the people, all the ladies who keep their bathrooms clean. Thank you, because I just went in there and took pictures in the mirror, mopped the floor, and left. It was clean. So, ladies, thank you. Um, I ended up losing that job the same day though, because I was tired. So wait, hear me out now. All right, hear me out. We had to unload a truck of like items that were anywhere between 50 pounds to 100 pounds, and they were in boxes. So say one box would be like, I could hold it like this, boom, pick up the box, go. Another box, it would be maybe this thick, but like twice my arm span, so I have to like slide it out, boom, whatever. We get that out of the way, and I am exhausted. Now, I was sore from the gym before. Well, I say gym. I was sore from calisthenics before. So by the time we emptied out that truck, dude, I was completely tired. I couldn't move. I was just tired. And it was a furniture store. So uh well, the dude I was working with, he was like, "Hey, we're just gonna take a 5-minute break. We'll hop back to it." My 5-minute break turned into me falling asleep on one of the mattresses. Oh, I know. But honestly, this was a good thing. I just couldn't see it yet. So, I have a motorcycle payment, I have an insurance payment, and I have my credit card payments. Well, because at the time I was trying to boost my credit up, so I have about four of those. I'm not really in. So back to the main story. That one day that I ended up working there ended up covering my bike payment. So I go to work, get fired the same day, literally 2 hours before the shift ends. Again, my fault, 100% my fault. Don't go to sleep at the job. Don't fall asleep on mattresses. That's not cool. That's weird. But yeah, so I did that. I lost my job. My roommate, she was like, what the hell, bro? Like, wow, that's crazy. Da 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 da. And she wasn't too mad at me, but she did hold me accountable for it, and so I held myself accountable to the best of my ability. But there's only so much you can, like next time. So next time rolls around, I ended up going to this company, and this hiring agency down here in Texas, and Express. It was super super chill. If you're in the Dallas area, near McKinney, if you're looking for a job, I would talk to them, because they got me this retail job, and then they got me the next job, and the next job that I got about like a week later, it was telephone poles. So you have telephone poles that you see outside in all the movies, the couples walking down, and you see that light lamp. That that was what it was. So I'm building those, and I got 3 days into that job. Three days into that job, right? And on the last day, whoop de doo, what do you know? We're unloading a truck. Now, I do calisthenics. The main thing that's important to me is my body. And the common denominator in all these jobs is that every time I worked there, my hands got hurt. And I need my wrist. I love doing handstands. And if you don't know, whenever you're doing a handstand like this, if you have good balance, all of it is in the wrists and in the fingers. So I'm constantly like pushing and putting so much force onto my wrist and fingers to keep my body aligned up. And back to this job, the last day we're unloading this truck, and what do you know, this one's like 50 to 120-ish pound items, these big steel bases for lampposts, stuff like that. And now the people that I'm working with, I will admit, they really didn't know what they were doing, because there were so many different ways we could have made that job easier just by lifting together, picking up together, but they were tossing me these boxes and I'm catching them and boom, hurting my wrists, catching and everything. And so flame me in the comments. I stopped smoking, but the weed was still in my system. So I ended up getting my hand hurt, and I completely forgot that, that hey, if you get hurt at a job, if you can't pass a drug test, don't tell nobody. And so I'm like, well, I care about my hand and I really don't want to get hurt, I need my hand, so I'll let this guy know. And then he let the express people know. The express people, this is weird, they picked me up and took me to the urgent care. I did everything there, and if I passed my drug test, they would have paid for it all. I didn't pass my drug test though, so I'm pretty sure I'll have to talk to the people about that, see how much I have to pay them. But long story short, I self-snitched on myself and lost that job. And the whole time I'm praying, I'm like, God, I'm scared. Like I don't know what's happening. Like, why can't I keep a job? My average time at a job is a year. And my first job, Train, I worked there for about a year and like 4 months. My second job, DS Smith, I worked there for almost a year on the dot. And then of course Petoskey's Plastics. Well, you don't want to work there if you're down here in McKinney. But I stayed there again for a year. And so for me to lose 2 jobs in the same week, in the same month, just like that, I'm like, this is weird. This is weird. And the only thing I could tell myself is that God doesn't want me doing this anymore, because I need my body to fulfill my purpose. If you guys don't know, my purpose here on earth, I want to make the world better by teaching you guys calisthenics. I'm really good at it. I'm natural with my balance, good reflexes, and yeah, self-glaze over. So in my head, that's the only thing that I could really tell myself. And so I end up checking the mail, and at the first job, Petoskey's, I never really set up my 401k properly there. So the company that they use, Sedgwick, all my 401k money was going to them, and it was an investment fund. So the money put in, money got duplicated, money kept going up, and I didn't know about this at all. I thought it was going to my other one, because I thought that they automatically set that up for you. They do, but they do it with their own company. So I get a thingy in the mail, and they're saying, hey, this is the money that you owe, the money that you can claim from working with Petoskey's Plastics. This is the amount of money that you have made, and blah 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 blah. It was, at the time, the first time I checked it, it was at $3,000-ish or so. Yeah, 3,000. No, it was 3,696. So it was 3,696. Blah blah blah. But I'm like, okay, cool. All right, this makes sense, God. I'm starting to see the plan a little bit. I'm starting to understand a little bit. But again, I'm not the brightest. So whenever I was setting up my account and getting everything through, I missed the spousal consent form. So again, I'd say 2 weeks from today, March 28th, right? 2 weeks from today, I thought I set it up. So every now and then I'm checking my phone, and the main thing I'm worried about is this insurance company, because when I crashed my bike, my friend co-signed on it as well. Don't ever co-sign on something that don't co-sign on something unless it's your mom, unless it's your family. Don't co-sign on something, because now my friend has to worry about me making these payments, and he doesn't even know about this. I didn't tell him about this because I mean, it's embarrassing. I'm scared. I don't want him to worry. But yeah, so the main thing I'm worried about is this insurance company, because I know it can mess him up, and I know I like I'm good. My mom, she can help me. She can help take care of me the same way I'm helping take care of her. So can my brother. So can my family. I have people, and so I wasn't really too worried about that. I was just worried about getting this payment done, or getting the payment so that way he's not cooked. I'm not messing up his insurance or anything like that. And so again, I forgot the spousal consent form. I didn't really see it. I was just trying to speed through it. I saw money. I was like, yes. And so 2 weeks go by, and that 3,000 goes up to 4,900. So I'm checking it again, and I'm like, oh wow, the money went up more. Why am I not getting it yet? Spousal consent form. So I went ahead. I did that 2 days ago, and the money just hit my account today. So, I've been living that bum life. Yeah. No, I haven't had a job since well, if you count those other two, I haven't been working since January, or and my bills. God still made sure that I got my bills paid. God just making sure my body is okay. Um, I've stopped smoking now. I'm about to go buy a detox, because your boy can afford one now. I'm gonna get all that out of my system. And a long story short, I wanna say, whenever my granddad passed, at the sermon, the pastor was talking about how you can either be with God, or you can be his friend and understand his plan. So I always, every time I pray, I'm like, hey man, listen, I don't want to just be, hey God, I love you, I follow you, I'm gonna get on with my day. I want to be in the loop. If you're drawing out a plan, I want to see it, because I want to know. Who doesn't want to know how their life is gonna go, and how things are gonna do, what God has in store for you. I wanted to know personally. And so it's hard for me to tell, because I talk to myself in my head a lot. But sometimes sometimes it's him telling me things, and sometimes it's me just trying to make the most logical conclusion out of the situation that is happening in the moment. So I got the feeling he didn't want me to work, because my hand was getting messed up, and I didn't I need my hands again. But I also did get those two jobs. They were really good workouts. Oof, sore, got the gains. But all in all, I just want to say, I like, find your purpose, make sure that it's good, and man, make sure you can, like, it's something you can do to make the world a better place, because God is taking care of me. I have not been working, and for like, normally I would be like depressed right now, like, oh, I don't have a job, my friends are taking care of me, and da 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 this, da 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 that, I'm a bum ass, like, no, like, this time it was different, because this time I just put all my trust and faith in God. And so, I mean, yeah, that payment was in the back of my head, that insurance payment, and my friend, I'm worried, like, I really don't want to mess this up for you, bro. Like, I know we messed up, like, together, and that's a whole nother story later. But I'm trying to do better, and I'm trying, but I'm like also terrified. That was in the back of my head, but at the same time, I was, sounds really insane to me, but I was able to sit back and just relax, pray about it, watch TV, and further better myself as a person, and learning new tricks on calisthenics, learning what I do and don't want in a woman, learning how to spot a good woman versus a bad woman, the early signs of it. I'm just, and I say all this because I watched the Levi Nick show. He's a really, really cool person. Really kind of funny. He's kind of funny. Loki's cute too. That's his dog. But I'm going around and I'm listening to YouTubers talk about God in the morning now. Like I'm worshiping the Lord and just praising Him, and my I'm good. I'm good right now. Uh, I'm not gonna go too much further into my situation, so just know that as of right now, I am great. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm still not gonna get a job because, well, I have the money to pay for what I need to do, and the next step in my life is right around the corner. So, honestly, right now I'm chilling. God just gave me the funds, and He had this planned when I first started working there at that job. He knew how bad that job was gonna get, how bad that job was gonna get, and He set me up to where whenever I finally lost that job, then I would be good. I would be fine. I would be chilling. I just didn't understand it. And I tried doing things my way, and I was asking him for guidance while I'm doing it my way, and he helped me out. He got me those two other jobs to pay off my bike payment, and yeah, to pay off my bike payment for February and March. And so after that, I'm like, all I can say, God is good. All right. If you just give him a chance, honestly. This is my testimony. My name's Sammy Davis. I wanna thank God personally, cause like, dude, bro, all I do is play video games, record myself do calisthenics, and try to help other people online get good at calisthenics the way I do. So like, life, I've been the happiest I've ever been, just being a bum. Hey guys, I appreciate you listening. I hope this helps you, and I hope you find a relationship with God, boy.